For over 2 centuries, it has stood as the most powerful house in the world. A symbol of democracy. A fortress of leadership. And a stage where history itself was written and rewritten. But beneath the marble pillars, behind the portraits of presidents and first ladies, lies another story, one that history books refuse to tell. Because the White House is haunted. And not by politics, but by the dead. It began in 1792, when enslaved workers and craftsmen laid the first stones of what would become America's most sacred residence. Dozens of men died during construction, accidents, disease, starvation. Their names never made it to the archives. Their bodies never received graves. And as the walls rose from the ground, so too did something else, something that never left. Rumors from early staff spoke of footsteps in empty halls, and voices that echoed where no living soul stood. One letter from a house servant in 1803 reads, "At night, I hear hammering from the east wing, but no one is there come morning." Some said it was just the wind. Others believed the White House was built upon restless bones. No ghost in American history is more famous than Abraham Lincoln. But few know how active his spirit is said to be. After Lincoln's assassination in 1865, the entire mansion fell into mourning. For years, his bedroom, the Lincoln bedroom, remained untouched. Yet visitors began to notice strange happenings. President Theodore Roosevelt once confessed he felt Lincoln watching him. And Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands fainted when she saw a tall man in black standing at her bedside, only to vanish when she called out. Even Winston Churchill, during his stay, stepped naked from his bath to find Lincoln leaning against the fireplace mantel. Churchill calmly said, "Good evening, Mr. President." And Lincoln smiled, then disappeared. It's not only presidents who linger. In the West Wing, staff members often hear the laughter of children echoing through locked rooms. No children live in the White House now. But in the early 1800s, John Adams' family reported tiny hands knocking on walls. Later, during the Taft administration, guards claimed they saw a boy in shorts running across the corridor, vanishing into the wall near the library. Psychic mediums invited during the 1920s described a group of childlike energies bound to the house. Souls that died here long before its power was built. To this day, cleaning staff refuse to enter certain corridors alone at night, especially near the Red Room, because sometimes the children still play. During the War of 1812, the British invaded Washington, D.C. On August 24, 1814, they set fire to the White House, burning it nearly to the ground. Residents later said the blaze released something darker. Witnesses in later decades spoke of a smell of burning wood that fills the halls during storms. Guards in 1953 reported seeing smoke pouring under the doors, only to find the rooms cold and empty inside. Some say the spirits of those who perished in that inferno still wander, trapped in the echo of the fire. One maintenance worker once wrote in his log, "The East Wing lights flicker every year, same day, same hour." August 24th. He quit the following morning. Even the Oval Office is not spared. Every president since the 1940s has reported strange occurrences. John F. Kennedy's secretary claimed she felt the air grow thick during meetings, as though someone unseen was watching. President Harry Truman wrote in a private letter to his wife, "I hear footsteps in the hallway outside my room. When I investigate, no one's there." Night guards have described a black silhouette pacing near the resolute desk. Some call it the Watcher. Others think it's Lincoln again, returning to warn those in power. But the truth may be worse. Infrared cameras once captured a figure near the door, over 7 feet tall, featureless, pulsing like a heat mirage. The footage? Classified. Many first ladies have felt it, a quiet sadness in the walls. They speak of an invisible weight pressing down, especially in the East Room. Dolly Madison once planted the famous White House garden. Decades later, when staff tried to remove it, witnesses swore they saw her ghost appear, warning them not to touch her roses. The gardeners fled. The garden remains. Later, Mary Todd Lincoln held seances in that same room, hoping to speak to her dead son, Willie. Witnesses said they saw lights appear above the table, and a voice whisper, "Mama." Since then, that room is known as the Heart of Sorrow. And the scent of roses sometimes drifts through the air, when no flowers are there. Few know this, but beneath the White House lies a labyrinth of tunnels and sealed chambers, built during World War II for security. But some rooms predate even that. Archaeologists discovered strange foundations older than 1,790, rooms that don't appear on any blueprint. Maintenance staff call it the Underhouse. And none like going there. One guard described hearing typing sounds on an unplugged teletype machine. Another said he found a single handprint burned into a concrete wall, small, child-sized, glowing faintly in the dark. The oldest workers warn. Never follow the whispers down there. They're not calling for help. They're calling you in. Every decade, the hauntings grow stronger. And every president leaves their own marks upon the unseen. In 1989, security cameras went dark for 7 minutes during a storm. When power returned, every clock in the mansion showed the same wrong time, 3:33 a.m. Later that night, a guard resigned, claiming he saw a crowd of faces staring from inside the mirrors. Even today, in the year 2025, reports persist. Flickering lights. Chilling drafts. And once, a whisper picked up on an official recording. The house remembers. 2 centuries of power. 2 centuries of death. And beneath it all, a secret buried under white stone and gold. The White House was never just a home. It was built as a beacon, a gathering place for history's most powerful spirits. Every decision, every tragedy, every secret deal echoes through its walls. Those who live here become part of it. And when they die, they never truly leave. If you walk past it late at night, listen closely. Through the rain, through the wind, you might hear them whisper your name. Because some houses hold memories. But this one holds souls.
Subscribe to our channel